Hey, what's up? It's your boy Cheddar Chaz, aka Mr. Velvetone, and I'm back again. Got another video. Today we're gonna be working on some Pro Tools shortcuts. We're gonna help you increase your workflow. We're gonna get more people to the studio for you. We're gonna get you right, man. We're gonna get you going, man. So if you don't know Pro Tools like that, after this video, you're gonna know enough short keys to get you in the game, man. Trust me. You ain't gonna be able to do everything yet, but we're gonna work on that. Trust me. All right, man. So here we are. Got our session open. Basically, pretty simple, man. You need to do any commands, like hotkeys, quick keys, whatever you want to call it. You want to make sure that you got this right here located. You see what I'm saying? You see this AZ right here? See how it's yellow? That allows me to use my keyboard. You see how it says edit keyboard focus? That allows me to use my command, quick keys, anything you need to do inside Pro Tools using the keyboard. This has to be on yellow. As you can see, there's one up here in the clips list. That's for another video, we'll talk about that. But if you need to worry about mixing or editing or recording, anything using hotkeys, this is your go-to thing right here. Always make sure this is checked. So we're gonna start off simple, keep it easy. As you can see, I got a session of a song that I started working on maybe a month or so ago. But it's still in the editing phase. It's not even finished recording, but it's perfect for what I'm showing you today to help you get in and out. So first, we're gonna start off with the zoom in and zoom out feature, all right? So once you got this AZ clicked up here, you're gonna wanna use R, and that zooms out, and then you wanna use T, that's gonna zoom in, you know what I mean? So it's R to zoom out, T to zoom in. Super simple, probably the easiest one. Another thing I wanna show you guys is the smart tool. See this up here? See how you have your different selector modes between the grabber tool, the trim tool, the selector tool. You ain't even gotta worry about that. Just click the bar right above it up here. That turns on the smart tool. We'll make this short and simple for you guys. If you're smart, you will use the smart tool. Trust me, I'm telling you. So we'll just go to a random clip. Here, I'll go here for you guys. So as you can see, if I zoom in on this clip, I'm going to see that if I'm up in the top, it allows me to use a fade. And I can do that on both sides. Command Z to undo, Control Z for all my Windows users, but Command Z to undo that. And if you can see on this side, it gives me the fade here as well. Command Z. If you come along the side here.
Oh, that was crazy.
I said, yo, you said, hey, yo, my nigga.
Yo, the way you said it was crazy.
We're gonna be petty. We can start now. Let me know. we can start now. But
you'll see that it gives you the trim tool, so you can cut any dead space that you have here. And also, if you hang out in the bottom area of the clip, it'll give you the grabber tool. That way you can move it left, right, up, down, or whatever you need to do. I know I said that backwards, but whatever. You guys get the point. All right, so always make sure that this top up here is on. Just please do that. It'll make you way faster. And plus it just gives you more flexibility. Like when you're working in a session, you can do more things with it. So up here, what I want to show you guys is identify beat, all right? So you see I've got it in slip mode right now. That allows me to be more precise on the grid where I need to pick a point at. So as you can see, I've already got the tempo set for this beat, but what I'm gonna do is I'll just solo this for a second, and then I'm going to listen for the downbeat, and then that's where it wraps up. So all I'm gonna do is come and select here, and we're gonna go down to the next downbeat, and then I'm gonna use Option F. That's gonna zoom into that section for me, all right? So now that I got my section selected, I know I want to come on this side.
It was at this moment that he knew he fucked up.
hey, yo, that's crazy.
And I'm going to press T to zoom in, and then I'm going to look for a 0 crossing point. So I'm gonna use shift while I click, and that'll give me more precise spot. And that looks like a good point right there where the lines are at zero crossing and both of them cross over the line at the midpoint line at the same time. So I'm gonna zoom out. And then if I wanna go to the other side of the selection, you just use your right arrow and that'll automatically jump to the other side. And so I'm gonna look for a 0 point here. Remember to hold down shift and click. I'm gonna zoom in, find a 0 crossing point, and that looks about good there. So I'll zoom out, and then I just wanna play it back to make sure that it's a perfect loop. And see, it's not perfect yet. We can go in and fix that. So what I'm gonna do, I think it's this beginning part. I'm just gonna zoom back in and yep. I come over here a little bit, get right up on this transient. So I'm just gonna zoom back in, find a cross point, and we'll just go about here. Cool. So now let's hear that. There we go, got a perfect loop. So now I want to hit Command and then I. And as you can see, it'll say add beat and bar markers. So I want to go up here to location 1, and I'm just going to click 1 again. And as you see, it reset bar 1, beat 1, 0 ticks. And then I'll go down here and I'll put 3. And as you can see, it's bar 3, beat 1, 0 ticks. And I hit OK. And now it's synced to the grid. So now if I turn on my metronome, you'll hear that it's on the grid. So now that it's on the grid, I'll go down here to my click track. Let's make that active. We'll unmute it and we should be on the grid now. Yep. Sounds about right. So we're gonna mute that, right click, hide and make it active again. And now all of my time-based effects and all of my processing will be aligned to the grid. So now you won't have any crazy delays or anything like that. That's something you wanna do at the start of your session. Every time you enter in the beat, you always wanna do that first. It's guaranteed. And then also you wanna make sure you throw a trim on there. That way you can get your -6 dB automatically. You don't even have to worry about it. You can also save these as a template. So you'll just go up here to File, Save as Template once you get your stuff set up. And then you can save it wherever you want, name it whatever you want, and you can always go back to that. So I'll do another video on that file management system for templates. So next, I want to show you guys how to use Quick Punch. So if you right click up here on the actual record button, you go down to Quick Punch, you click that, and then let's just say I want to record right here, turn on my input monitoring, then I'll unsolo the beat. And so then what happens is now, if I want to punch in here in this session, I can just hit Command Spacebar. And that allows me to pick up right here wherever I want to, doesn't matter. And then let's just say I recorded this part as part of the verse. I can now drag this down, use the smart tool just to trim this over some, and then I can keep on pushing. And then I can just do this again, just record, blah, blah, blah. You get the point. And then I can boom here, and it's just that easy. And this whole session was recorded that way. It's just easier to do it that way. In studio, a lot of rappers, especially, they like to punch in. And this kind of just helps you keep moving during the session. It doesn't really keep the thing stagnant. And so one thing about this is I would use this consistently in studio. I would always keep a cut track, and then a lot of rappers like to punch in these days. So you just kind of let them rock, let them do their thing, but Command Spacebar, Quick Punch, and then you can punch in each section as they go along and then roll with the flow. And then you can worry about editing that afterwards, but just make sure you're cutting any dead space. All right, so another thing that I want to show you guys is how to batch fade. So if you can see all these ad-lib tracks down here, they don't have any fades on them. except for this one here. So what I'll do, let me zoom in. Once again, Option F to zoom in to your selected section. What I'll do is just delete this fade here. I'll cut this piece off. And then, yeah. So what we're gonna do is now select this whole section. And what I'll do is press Command F. And Command F will bring up your milliseconds. So we'll just set this to, let's say, 30 milliseconds, right? And we'll set this one to 30 milliseconds. So now what it's gonna do is create fades. And I know that happens kind of fast, but if you zoom in now, all of these sections, have fading on all of the ends and beginnings. So it did it for all of these now at 30 milliseconds. So as you can see here, boom, and also it does the end on each side. So I'll select the clip, press right arrow to swap over to the other side. And as you can see, there's fades here as well. So that stops any clicks, pops, anything like that. All right, so let's just say our session is done, right? Let's just say this was the whole session and somebody was getting on the second verse and I wanted to send this over to them. But as you can see, everything is chopped up. So if I was to just save this now in audio files, put it in a folder, zip it, WeTransfer, send it to them, as soon as they open it up, the beat is gonna be the only thing that's outstretched like this. And then all of these individual audio clips are gonna just shoot to the front of the grid. And then it's on them to try to piece the puzzle together. Please do not be one of those guys. Please don't be one of those engineers. Please, 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 please. So when people ask you to just send them stems, you do not have to send them process stems. You can. That's another video. You can send sessions, all that stuff, but we'll cover that in another video. But as of now, what I want to do is come over here, and what I'll do is actually hide my record track so that's not being recorded or that's not being printed. And what I'll do is take my session here, and then I'm going to hit Shift Option 3. And what that does is consolidate all the clips. They're all synced to the grid. They are all the same length. So now you would send these as stems, and then you can pull these up in any DAW or any editing software, and it will all be time synced to each other. Nothing will be off beat. Everything will work. So then all they have to do is set the BPM in their session, and boom, all their time-based effects will work. Any processing that they want to use will work just fine. But this is what you want to send out. These are going to be mono files besides this one. This is going to be a stereo track up here. But other than that, these are all mono tracks to send out. So now let's say I want to save them to a folder. I would hit Shift Command K, and then you would choose, see how it says multiple mono, 2444 kilohertz. But you want to have a WAV file, and then you would just automatically replace with new files because you're going to choose your own destination. So let's just choose to make a new folder. So I will name this stems, right? And then I'll just use that. And as you can see, file management, put it in the stem folder. So now I will just click export. And as you can see, they are all in this, and they are all separated. You have the two left and rights here for the stereo track, for the beat, and then the rest are all mono tracks. And that's how you do that. And that'll do it, man. That's your Pro Tools shortcuts. Trust me, if you use these, you will increase your workflow by 1,000%, start moving a lot faster in session, and hopefully you can start taking clients soon, man. So good luck on your career, good luck on your journey. I'm gonna be here by your side to help the whole time. With that being said, we out. You know I suck at outros by now. Just figure it out. Subscribe. Peace.